Hey, welcome into Lifetime Activity Center. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart. Utah Top 50 Basketball brought to you by Mountain America and Athletic Republic. 2 weeks from championship night at Vivint Arena. But tonight was our final game of our triple header. It is the Dallas Chapparals and the Washington Caps. And the Chapparals, man, this has been one of the best teams week in and week out. The Chaps have been, I think, maybe, especially the last couple of weeks, Dane, the best team.
Wow. That's saying something there.
If I'm just remembering correctly off the top of my head.
Here's the thing. I'll tell you this. I think there have really been 4 teams that have been great. And when you have that kind of depth, it's like pick your poison, right?
Right.
I know. I felt like the Chaps, was it last week or the week before, really like came together. It was like, oh, whoa. Anaheim, I think, has been playing really strong. Flint today didn't have much of a bench. That obviously impacted things. But no, I mean, you're right. This group is right up there with the rest of them. And, I mean, Dusty, they come in, best record. Only team – oh, sorry, they and the Colonels both have 1 losses. They have to win this one in order to be able to play Kentucky again. As, again, final night of the kind of, regular showcase schedule.
Right. As the Caps open up with the bucket, that is Giorgio Golesi's. That's our scoreboard. We've had it right all night tonight on the first go. As Skate with the +1. So 3-2 Chaps.
You know,
I called that on the floor, pardon me.
And when you talk about the Chaps, really Hunter Skank, I mean, man, he looks much improved off of last year, too. Last year, high school, maybe, or last year, the top 50. We saw him in the top 50 last year. Felt like he forced things at times. I feel like this year, boy, he's really just flowed really well, has really seized the opportunities. You're talking about opportunities. There's Chudi Anosike, who might be one of the best individual players in this entire showcase in the entire state.
Yeah, tough to throw that ball back up the top when you're along the baseline. So the turnover. But it doesn't hurt him. That'll be fun to see this one. We'll get the color swapped around. But we've had it right all night. I was feeling really good about that. Knew how we were going to have this. But 2 for 3. But on the drive, on the baseline, the reverse will not drop. And the putback doesn't go either. As that ball goes out of bounds, that was Logan Sorensen. To mention Logan, he was called up off the waiver wire after week 1.
Put in a claim for him. The Caps did.
Cleared. As Skank knocks down the J. And the Chaps take a 4-2 lead. And to who may be having the best Utah top 50 is Hunter Skank.
Yeah. He's been really all over. His 3 ball's been fantastic. He's driven the lane, defended well. And it's what, I think you add Hunter Skank. We talked about Chudi. Now you can add James Rust, who was the top scorer at Timpview last year, and Paul Beatty, who continues to just grow in his maturity, understanding the game and execution on both ends. It's what has made this Chaps squad so difficult.
Today's difficult. That's Griffin Doughty. Last week was an off week for Doughty, shooting-wise, but comes out guns a-blazing.
And you look at a Caps group that hasn't won a game yet, I don't believe, and looking to come out and get a win tonight against one of the better teams in this showcase, and they've started strong here.
And that shot wide of the mark, and the rebound taken by the Chaps. Quickly ahead, here's Skank. Now Chudi Anosike. Chudi, all that for the 3. He's wearing the same colored shoes. Maybe he's just saving it for the season.
Yeah, they're probably still on order, right? Things are taking a little bit longer to come in, so that's probably last year's version, And
that's Giorgio Golesi's.
That's a young man. We saw his teammate Peter Broadbent earlier tonight. Giorgio really has a chance to shine with Coach Gardner and trying to debut a brand new facility at Skyline.
3 across the court, won't go. Rebound to Beatty. We're having Preston match what's in the arena. I don't think it's accurate. Cap 7, Chaps 6.
If it
I'm
comes
just making
down
sure
to
everyone knows why you just saw the scoreboard changing.
Yeah.
That's why.
If it comes down to a 1-point game, we might double-check it, but
Yeah.
or Skank with a mid-range. That's one of the things when you talk about this Dallas group. I mean, you could argue that James Rust has not been what we've been accustomed to seeing from him at the varsity level in the top 50. And, there's so many guys. It's really been a different role for James that he's done a great job with, but he hasn't had to go and drop 20, 25. And look, this is not, you want to win the game, right? But it's not what it's meant for. And I think he's acknowledged that, recognized that, and has still found his way to make meaningful impact for this group.
Izzy Engel will say, I need those plays during the winter.
Yeah, you're just saving the legs, right?
As Skank comes off the screen from Beatty.
Good defense there by KJ Miller. More known for his offense, but man, wasn't conceding anything there to his Region 1 rival.
Now to go up top, here's Beatty. He terminates, still looking. I'm sorry to laugh. I just never seen the official kind of give a shoulder shrug. Like, yeah.
I had something.
Unless he said, you're right, I was anticipating a foul, then fine.
It's not like he's going to foul out, right? So,
yeah.
We'll play on.
Sorry. Dropped my papers. Here's KJ Miller.
Darn gravity. I hate it when that happens.
Chris Collins threw his telestrator pen by accident last night, and my papers may have went on purpose, but I apologize. Here's KJ Miller off his own rebound. Stepped out of bounds. Yeah. So on the drive, send to the corner, Rust knocks down the triple.
Told you, it hasn't felt like he's had big offensive nights, but you see the ability there, right? The kick out, left open, James able to drill it. He can score with the best of them.
Good D, out of bounds.
Did you ever see Logan Deal last year with Skyview? I did the Skyview Davis game. Okay, all right.
I can't remember the last Skyview. It might have been when Amanda played Utah State.
Oh, yeah, Jalen Moore.
Jalen Moore, thank you. Jalen Moore was the last time I think I did a Skyview game.
Would that be like the Bountiful State Championship game?
No, it was a game at Timpanogos High School. Because remember, when he hit that shot, we weren't doing the state championships, yeah.
Well, I wasn't there.
Yeah. Is KJ 4-3.
There you go. There you go. His papa's going to love that one. Of course, father in the building wearing a collared shirt tonight. Got all dolled up for us. But, look, you talk about scorers. KJ, he can dial it in.
He might not make the walk up here, but, he wanted to look good from his coaching staff from his alma mater. Is on the drive and is fouled. That is Kyle Carley, young man out of Mountain Ridge.
And Carley's been aggressive this entire showcase. He's been a young man who's really looked to get to the paint, to the rim. Doing so again there. He's drawing the contact.
I was thrown off because Carley, there's a couple guys that all look the same, but William Santiago did not play tonight. Was not here.
Yeah.
And I'm used to making my few good men comments every once in a while.
Tell you, there's something about curly hair and being good at basketball in the state this year, isn't there?
Yeah, right. Jackson Workman is Skank misses on that one. How about that? Get up and get the rebound, young man. Getting up there for the board is Owen Odom, the sophomore. Smallest guy on the floor. He's got the biggest heart. Is Chudy Onosike on the run out. Chudy to the rim, and it stays home.
Man, so quick with that shot, isn't he? It looks like he's going to try to settle that down. And instead, next thing you know, he's up.
Our reigning 5A Offensive Player of the Year. There's the bucket, so 18-12.
Mentioned earlier on our game, Murray, according to some publications, number 2 in 5A.
Yeah.
Chudy, a big piece of that group this year.
Well, certainly is best of substitutions. I was trying to see if they're going to stop the clck. We're close to the media timeout. We always do a preview or part of our preseason rankings for football. We don't do it in basketball, for a few reasons. Football is because there's just a big drought. It's a great way of launching things. So we'll let others handle that to get started, but we'll maybe do some ranking stuff this year.
Yeah, in case you missed it, I already gave away my A content. That was Mason Bettinger's going to have a big year.
Oh.
Remember that, week 2? Yeah, I spoiled that one.
Yeah, on the limb.
Yeah.
Out on the limb.
Yeah.
70% from the floor.
Look,
I think it was a guarantee, if I remember right, from week 2.
That's why we get paid the big bucks, Dusty. We go next level here. Old Carson Smith there on the drive and floater.
So 9-point game as Miller sends that one out. 3 on the way, and Dowdy with his second. And that's a great way to send us to our media timeout. 9:47 left in the first half, and a 12-point lead for the Chaps. You're watching Utah Top 50.
Hi, I'm Lizzie from the Food Nanny. I recently got a My Style checking account. It's the perfect blend of rewards and convenient benefits. I love that sound. And now My Style Checking has new features like mobile phone protection, 24/7 telehealth, and my favorite, restaurant discounts. Get the only checking account you truly need and see what's new with My Style at macu.com.
Hey, welcome back in the happy and safe confines of Lifetime Activity Center. Dusty Lister and Dave Stewart. 6-point lead for the Chaps as Beatty's Junction J is good. And 14-point lead, doubling up the Caps here. Now, pardon me, I missed a bucket there, so 28-17. They have I think we're swapping buckets. Yeah. As that one is good as between my inability to keep our score, I think I've had it accurate. Well, it's not matching what's on the inside, but that ball goes out of bounds. So 25-20. So I apologize. Preston, we let him go. Dusty's running the scoreboard, but I think I've had him right, but been off.
Well, and look, sometimes it's just not your night, and it's, been some challenges to work through is the traveling violation there. How about, possession to go? Luke Sorensen stepping out, hitting the 3 there for the Caps. That young man, we talk about Jagger and Ridgeline, Luke Sorensen at that group. That's going to be a fun region because you look at a couple Skyview players here, a couple of Ridgeline players here. Region 11, going to be worth watching.
Beatty. He even got some movement from Sorensen, pumping the 3, reverses it, no. Cleared out by Burgess. Now Chamberlain on the push. I think he might have the most letters than any name in the state of Utah, as Sorensen misses on that one. Back inside. Reverse and score.
Man, having to go up against the taller Carson Smith, who had good defensive positioning there, played it really well. Just nicely executed on the baseline.
So the Logan Deal, Staines mentioned from Skyview. Now here comes Chudy Anasike. Chudy, a rebound to Rust, sends back up top. Odom to Rust. Rust, strong take, left it short. Here comes Giorgio.
Yeah, may have been some contact there. Giorgio doesn't care. He's in overdrive on the other end, but couldn't finish.
Well, sure, some contact is Johnson. If this was January, February, it might have been a little more heated on that one, but Johnson cleanly with the, well, don't say cleanly. The foul wasn't malicious. Put Russ at the line. So Rust hits the free throw, and it's a 9-point game.
He's making that 35 look good tonight.
Yeah.
Of course, some great scores have worn 35.
Oh.
Oof.
It's about in-state or just, KD?
KD. I mean, once a Sonic, always a Sonic.
Very true. Hey, one of the best number 2 overalls is a nice take and finish there by.
Indeed. In fact, he was such a good 2, he had to change his number to 20 after 1 year because he was just that good as a 2.
Yeah, I mean, if KD could have benched more than 150 pounds, he may not have gone number 2. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant a different number 2 overall.
I know you were going GP.
Yeah. Look, the Sonics have had good luck with number 2s.
I should talk about GP. GP2 came here to Slick.
Yeah.
Won a national championship with Tyrell Corbin.
Offensive foul there.
Yeah, I got him with the hook.
Yeah.
You're not sneaking that past Doug Jardine. Even if the goatee's gone a little white.
Tell you, a decisive call. There was no shrugging the shoulders on that one, huh?
Skank gives that one up. Beatty sends back out. 3 on the way, and good. The Chaps shooting it well. Mitch Jepson.
Boy, and love the physicality that KJ Miller really matched in the paint, forced that out. Don't always want to trade 2 for 3s defensively, but did a nice job of taking away that interior.
There's Giorgio Gillespie's. Oh, nice move. Too strong off the window, but got his own board. The stick-to-itiveness of Gillespie's.
Yeah, the first spin cycle didn't work. The second one did there for Giorgio.
Inside to, CK, but he couldn't handle it. Out to Johnson, angle 3, left it a little short. And we'll back down the floor with the Chaps up to a 12-point advantage. Kind of been the night tonight. If teams get really close and around the 20-point market.
It's crazy how this one just blew up, right? I mean, it feels like it's kind of going back and forth, and you look up, next thing you know, it's a 12-point game. It's like, man. 14.
Yeah. Is Hunter Skank the fall away. So he's had a spectacular Utah top 50.
Weaver could be a sneaky team in 6A this year. Talk about Skank. Talk about Dowdy.
Reese
Crosby up there.
Reese Dent misses on that 3. Chudy. Oh, you want to size him up for what's going to come in region play. He and Johnson.
There's not a lot of players in this state that can defend that. I mean, if you're Chudy, you're going wide, left to right. And, you just get that defense to overcommit one way, and that driving lane opens up. And with his athleticism and size, you look at long legs for Chudy. He can cover a lot of ground in a quick amount of time, quick bursts. And Chudy able to capitalize on the free throw.
Opened up to 16. 16-point lead. Sent back out. 3 on the way from Dowdy. No. Jepson. Miller right on his hip. Rust over to Skank. Hunter's shot won't go. Nice job on the backside board. Jepson swatted away, but we got a foul before that. In fact, that was Chamberlain Burgess that has that foul. It was Carson Smith. For some reason, he and Chamberlain always look so familiar or similar to me from a distance.
Well, how does Mitch Jepson get that rebound? It feels like he's sandwiched between a couple of caps and yet comes away with it and draws the contact heading to the line.
Jepson tracks down another offensive rebound.
And that time it's Russ between a couple of caps, batting that one out to keep the possession here.
Skank doesn't get the call, doesn't get the bucket. Dowdy Carly went no look. And out of bounds. That one was intended for Chamberlain Burgess. Inbound into Miller. Shot won't go. Rebound to Beatty. Hard to the hole. It's Skank with the finish.
Boy, when you see James Rust come out on that, the defense has to follow him. And Hunter just recognizing the paint left open, alone, able to drive.
And that's going to put Chamberlain Burgess at the line. So free throw won't go.
Paul Beatty, one-handed, able to secure that.
Beatty goes into Burgess, goes back up strong and finishes.
Burgess trying to go right at him. Dusty thrilled about that Beatty finish.
KJ Miller off on the three. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. As callback things out, 7 seconds. 5, call, send to the corner. Odom. 3 won't go. Beatty can't get it at the horn. That will not count for Rust. As we go to the half, it's a 20-point lead for the Chaps. Chaps lead the Caps 42-22. You are watching the Utah Top 50 on KSLSports.com. Second half basketball here. Dane Stewart and the ever emotional, hot-headed Raider fan Dusty Lidster with you. Dane really enjoys watching games when we're broadcasting.
I'll tell you what, Dusty, I love the decision to go for 2 there. Great take by Jepson.
Mm-hmm. I love what I see what you did there. I can appreciate it. Swartz gets that one to go, so both teams with the bucket here to start the half. There's a 3.
See, and that's the other end of it. I mean, why go for 2 when you can just, take the 3, right? I mean, it just makes zero sense, especially if you can take the lead. Or tie it. Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
So much fun. Oh, that ball goes off the hands. Had his man going right to the hoop. Logan Deal unable to close the deal on that one.
Of course, we talk about next week, an off week for the top 50 in the championship. 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4, and 5 versus 6. Of course, in the other way. So it should be fun matchups. And, of course, this game with the score, seeding's becoming firmer and firmer by the minute.
Right. Oh, as Rust can't get that one to fall. And remember, in high school basketball, guys can slap the backboard while attempting to block a shot.
Yeah.
Now, ball gets to the rim, different deal. It's like we explain that every year during the state tournament.
And yet we still have parents that get upset about it.
Yeah. Like that and over the back. His Odom misses on that one. But over back is not a football or probably basketball rule. Here comes. Well, that was a nice job there by Sorensen getting a piece of that ball.
Yeah.
Johnson with the loose ball. Johnson going to lob it up to, I didn't know Reese Dent had that in him.
Yeah, that's a tough lead. Tough lead for Reese there.
As Jepson misses on that one. So Jepson will go to the line, shoot one free throw for 2 points. Glad to see that Vince Francis is watching while enjoying his anniversary night. Said he was, did see he and his wonderful wife, Taylor. By the way, Vince way outkicked his coverage. Like a Ray Guy punt back in the day. But they said they did stuff on Saturday, so I don't know why they can't hang out on Monday, but that's okay. Here's Anasike picking up the loose ball. We'll take Austin Bigelow on the trade as Anasike misses. Odom had that one go away a little too excited. Turnover, and we'll go back to the Caps. Oh, nice find inside. And Dent missed the bunny, got it back, and was fouled. Yeah, it'll be Reese Dent going line 1 for 2.
Man, well executed play there. Great find. Love Dent on the roll. Just couldn't quite get that one to fall, but we've seen Reese Dent really be thrust into opportunities to go up against some very talented bigs here. I'm trying for him to really grow that aspect of his game here in the top 50 this year.
So Chudy Anasike up top. Right up to Jepson on the angle. Good hands there by Gillespie's. Odom, lefty a little strong. Board on the backside and deal with the board and putback.
Boy, that backside just completely left alone. Deal, one of the easier finishes he'll have.
On the cut and the bucket for Sorensen.
Seen a couple cutters now for the Caps through the lane. Been able to capitalize off opportunities.
That is Chudy working up top. Chudy on the drive, fall away, and Dowdy getting a hit for the foul. We'll put Chudy Anasike at the line to shoot 1 for 2. As some line changes come on here for the Caps.
Of course, hockey season starts tomorrow night. Dusty's as excited as anyone.
I am amped.
Let's play that hockey, eh?
Vegas born through and through. As that one goes. I don't know if I could have another Vegas team get me so emotional. As on the other end, there's a bucket there for Chamberlain Burgess.
The real question is, what's Dusty going to do when Vegas gets an NBA team? His heart is going to be torn.
Not really. I'm a Utah boy. As I lay that one in for the Chaps.
All right. I just figure you tend to gravitate towards Vegas sports. You like Vegas.
I do. I love Vegas. Worked there. We spent a lot of time in those streets.
Just like old Giambi.
Yeah. Jeremy, not Jason. I'd rather have Jason's bank account. Jeremy and I are very similar. Oh, nice lob inside and deal with the bucket. Got hung up in the air. Beatty with the steal.
Beatty doing his best Raiders impression with the defensive stop there.
Well done.
Yeah?
I appreciate it. Yeah.
I got to get back on your good side after that 2-point comment. So,
no, Vince Francis doesn't care what side he's on, but here comes the skink. Leaves it to Beatty, the junction J, a little strong, and the rebound cleared by Chamberlain Burgess. But Trey Smith's on my side. Nice swap by Beatty.
The big men running the floor, and even Love Rust on the bench there calling it out, giving his teammate a bit of a cheer.
Beatty with the Maverick move with the flyby, but can't close the deal on the 3.
We talked earlier about communication and guys really kind of leading with their voice, and Russ doing that from the bench right now for the Chaps.
Smith misses on the hook. Comes Chudy. He'll stay on the outside, and Chudy, Anasike.
I'll tell you what, we got to get James Rust to come do a game with us, huh? That young man is being outspoken right now.
Hey,
Love the Chudy 3.
He's a Timpview T-bird. They know how to chat it up. And the 3 from KJ Miller. Of course, our cameraman is a Timpview grad. His uncle hung the sign for Timpview Drive. As the shot is good. Was that Smith?
No, that was Skank, I believe.
Well, I missed it. Sorry. I was blocked by the bar, truthfully.
No, you're good. That's why they have 2 of us. Not just for the dynamic commentary.
As Burgess fouled on the shot, so Chamberlain will go to the line.
See if Rust continues to chatter now that he's on the floor.
And then the free throw is good for the 1 for 2. 64-39.
Good defensive communication there, calling out the screen, helping Chudy out. Or sorry, helping KJ out.
So Jepson will come back on for Deal. So Anosike with Miller. Sends back up top to Jepson. Now Skank. Short on the triple. Thought Russ was going to come away with the board, but quick up the floor. Here's Golesi's. And he was fouled on the drive, and say it on the shot, on the gather. And his habitual shooting.
Yes.
His habitual shooting motion.
Mm-hmm.
Still waiting to, we'll have to launch that basketball podcast in the gather, or habitual shooting motion.
Habitual shooting motion, yeah. It can be a breakdown of all things rules. Dusty can get irritated week after week after week after week. We'll leave every show with restricted area. It doesn't even cost that much.
I just want some common sense out here. Media timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching Utah Top 50. Time to take care of our great sponsor, Athletic Republic. I want to remind you that playing as well in the final minute of a game as in the first quarter requires an athlete to develop stamina to perform under fatigue. Our 75-minute training sessions are constructed with a periodized schedule to improve a player's conditioning. Again, it's Athletic Republic, proud sponsor of the Utah Top 50. I thank them for their support of everything we are doing here at the Utah Top 50. As quickly on the inbound, it's Beatty with the mid-range 2.
You talk about the development, or we talked about the development of Isaac Garrett earlier. Paul Beatty, another one of those that I think poised for a big year for the Farmington Phoenix this year.
As on the run out is Rust. Miller. Quickly ahead to Downey in the corner. Is chased off there by Rust. Pull up inside the arc and hit. It's a great tool to have in your tool belt.
Yeah. Again, he and Skank not teammates tonight nor in the top 50, but will be this winter.
Good job by Reese. Go cut that off.
Good close out there on the baseline.
Chudy. Dent came over with the foul, and Anasike with the +1.
You know, you talk about the pick and roll game so often, but that time the pick stays high, and it allows Chudy to be aggressive off the bounce. And look, that young man, when he wants to get to the rim, he gets to the rim. There's very little you can do.
Way outside the Miller. Can't get it. Johnson with the loose ball. Second chance three. Into the corner with Jepson. Oh, nice hands. Able to pump that ball out of bounds. Up top on the drive now with Skank, and he's fouled by Miller.
I feel like KJ has been very aggressive tonight on both ends of the floor. Has looked for opportunities to get his shot, has also been keyed in defensively. We've seen a number of times where he's really been physical on the defensive end and tried to make life difficult for the opponent. I like what we've seen from KJ tonight.
And Skank hits the free throw, 1 for 2. 71-46. Three from Dowdy. No, and rebound into the hands of Skank.
Boy, quick trigger there. One and done.
Skank will pull for three and rattles home.
The quick trigger there. But Skank has the space.
If you notice my score they only went up one here in the building. I think they missed the last shot, as that three is good from Dowdy. And so here's Beatty. Gets a little space, a little fall away, won't drop. Johnson with the rebound. And Dent has that one poked away. Leaving for the trailing Jepson. And they're going to get a foul there, put Jepson at the line. So 72-49 after the missed free throw. And nice job on the give and go. Big man, high low. As Smith lays that one in.
Yeah, Burgess with the good eyes. You can see Carson cutting through there. More challenging play than it looks. He'll just drop that over.
Ball batted around, sends out. Skank can't get free of Reese Dent. Nice defense. Extra pass to Jepson, short on the three, and the rebound taken by Smith, and it's picked off by Rust. So try to make the baseball pass. Rust to Skank, 4-3.
I'll tell you, Hunter Skank, it feels like he's like 50% from beyond the arc in the top 50. I mean, he's just been keyed in all fall long.
Come back the other end. Skank says that one to Odom.
Oh.
And Rust cuts to the hole.
Talk about James Rust and how he's done a lot of good things this summer, but tonight has been an offensive showcase, and that time seeing the opening in the lane, the cut, and the good vision there by Odom to find him.
So Gillespie's with the bucket, 77-55. As on the cut is Deal, and he's fouled, and put Deal at the line.
I'll tell you, when Hunter Skank plays like this, it's just a challenge because he can hit the long ball. We've seen that multiple times tonight. But then when he wants to peel off and play the pick and roll, it is just not easy offense to defend. Ooh, Skank had a bit of a drive there after he got rid of that ball, too. Good find.
$20-point game on the other end. It's Deal laying that one up and in. And a 22-point lead now for the Chaps. That one poked away, picked up by Odom. Odom to Skank. Who lays it in? So 81-57. 3 on the way and good. Dowdy knocks it down with just over 2:50 left. 81-60. Deal on the other end, can't get it to go. Rebound to Sorensen, send ahead to Dowdy. Oh, nice save. Right in the hands of Reese Dent. That's pretty. Way to run the floor. And, oh, the +1 for Skank.
Continues his offensive explosions night in, night out here for the Chaps.
And KJ blocked away by Skank. Sorensen with the loose ball. And it won't drop. 1:43 on a rolling clock.
The Chaps beat the Colonels week 1. And looks like that might be the old 1 versus 2 game in 2 weeks.
As Chudy can't get that one to go. Dent. That one popped out of bounds.
You like the Chaps in that one?
Chaps Colonels?
Yeah.
Probably. Spend more time thinking about it. I mean, everyone will want to be at the Vivint, so you're going to have full lineups for Chaps Colonels.
It'll be interesting to see how the long ball of the Colonels does at Vivint.
Well,
right?
the great thing at Vivint is that straight up. I mean, I don't think you're going to have much of a depth perception issue there.
You don't?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie to you. I've never shot on that.
I haven't either.
We will.
Look, here's the thing. I have not missed a shot at the Marriott Center.
That is true. That is very true. You did not miss a shot.
There's no minimum shot requirement in that statement. That's the key.
Yeah. No, it's very true. So I'm excited to get down there, put some shots up. May not lift that day. I have to hold off.
You got to make sure the shoulder's healthy if you're going to be doing that.
We're good, man. Shoulder. We're pre-surgery strength right now on the shoulder. Nice play and a layup it in for Dowdy as time is rolling down here. 86-66, our final score on Game 3 of the night. Dan, your final thoughts and selection of the player of the game?
Well, I mean, I think Dallas jumped on him early, right? This got to double digits in the opening minutes, was expanded, and just, Caps just didn't quite have enough to stick around with the athleticism, the length, and the shooting. Quite frankly, we talk about Chudy. Thought he played a great game offensively tonight, but Hunter Skank, once again, just dialed in. Outside, inside, his speed was a problem. Hunter Skank, our player of the game.
Now, Hunter Skank's been spectacular. Again, our final score in Game 3. The Dallas Chapparals beat the Washington Caps, and from our projections, they'll be taking on, speaking of Chaps, they'll be taking on the Colonels championship game in 8 days, no, 15 days at Vivint Arena. That's where we'll see you with these teams in a week and 2 weeks of the day. So for Austin Bigelow and Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the Utah Top 50 on KSLSports.com.